What up, what up, what up? Mr. Stewart back again. Listen, I'm banging out the videos tonight. Jeez. Listen, this video is all about the tension growing between Spain and England. So why did tensions grow between Spain and England? And it's nothing to do with the Spanish Armada. I'll explain very, very shortly. See you in a second when we see the question. Well, okay, minions, back in it. They had to roll through in it. They had to roll through Universal Studios. Copyright. Thank you. Just had to shout out Universal Studios. You know how they do things. So there's our question there. It says, write an account of the growing conflict between England and Spain from 1568 and 1587. It's right there at the top of the screen. Okay, so for this question, we need to talk about what was going on. Why did England and Spain fall out with each other? Yeah, between 1568 and 1587. Now, you do not discuss the Armada, as the Armada began in 1589. So do not discuss the Spanish Armada. So back to the question, write an account of the growing conflict between England and Spain from 1568 and 1587. So you're just going to say something like this. The conflict between England and Spain really began with marriage. King Philip of Spain was Catholic and married Elizabeth's sister Mary. The idea was to unite Spain and England with a child, but Mary died childless. And when it was proposed that King Philip marry Elizabeth and in 1559 and have a child, she refused, which angered Philip, and tensions between Spain and England began. So basically, tensions began because King Philip of Spain wanted to marry Elizabeth in 1559. She didn't want to marry him because she basically, you know what she was, she's a bit difficult with marriage. And he took it as of disrespect because he wanted Spain and England to be united in under one Catholic country. Elizabeth was Protestant, he was Catholic, it was never going to work. Okay, the second reason for growing tensions between Spain and England was the sailors. So Sir Francis Drake and other English sailors spent years raiding Spanish ports and ships, for example in Cadiz, which obviously King Philip of Spain was not happy about. And he found out that these raids were encouraged by Elizabeth as she licensed the raids in exchange for treasure. Now, this increased the conflict between England and Spain because King Philip of Spain viewed Elizabeth's stance with his ports and ships as a potential act of aggression. He didn't like it at all. Okay, and finally, the third option that I've gone to use is the Netherlands. This is a very, very key point on why conflict grew between England and Spain. So basically, Philip also ruled the Netherlands, and when a Protestant uprising began in the Netherlands, Elizabeth sent money to support them and some volunteers as well to support them. So basically, in the Netherlands, the Protestants tried to take over from the Catholic occupation of the Spanish, right? Now, when Philip of Spain saw that money and volunteers were sent by Elizabeth to help the Protestant uprising in the Netherlands, he got very, very angry. And what he managed to do is he had the leader of this rebellion or uprising to basically be killed when they captured him, okay? And after he did that, Elizabeth was very, very angry with Philip that he had done such a thing. So what she decided to do is she decided to send 7,000 soldiers led by Robert Dudley in 1585 to the Netherlands. They never actually went to war with the Spanish, but King Philip of Spain saw this as an act of war. So the Netherlands is a key issue at the end of the time period, 1568 and 1587, that caused conflict because it led to Elizabeth actually creating acts of war by sending money to a group of people going against Philip and sending soldiers to fight against Philip. I'm Mr. Stewart. Read over the notes, pause and play. You know how I like to do. Don't forget to revise. Peace.